Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Batson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down. And hear the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. But they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
This time, Jackson will throw it. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field.
28-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
5-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Cameron Batson.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. It's up.
Ravens 10. Dolphins nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? When you go drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Check back. Check back. Hey, Green. Line 36.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. To a hit, and the ball is out. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Open man is Duvernay. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
It's a gain of 13 yards. Leads to 3rd down and 5.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They do go for it. It's Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On third down, Taylor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch 36 to Mike. 36, line 36. You don't know no better. Watch 36 to Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the gun, Jackson.
Nice satisfying run.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
Complete to
a big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Stepping up, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All day, every day, any day. Watch 36. 36 to my...
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play, it's 4th down.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, I know he doesn't want a fumble lost by his name, but it was 4th down. I don't think he was going to get to the marker anyway.
I think he just hired you as his attorney because you have just argued that this fumble is actually okay.
I'm just saying not all fumbles are created equal, and the defense would have had the ball there anyway.
Okay, so the defense gets credit now, right? Someone gets a nice little mark by their name, but it really doesn't hurt the other guy because he wasn't getting there anyway. I like that. Good job.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Ravens 30, Dolphins nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going up top for Taylor. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Owen. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Yeah.
They'll run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Ravens 37, Dolphins nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And not a great punt here, out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 23. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the tackle.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Jones on the coverage.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 44, Dolphins nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now left side on the swing pass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Taylor. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Fourth down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Midfield to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
On the play. First down, Ravens.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Duvernay. A 2-yard gain on the play.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
And 7.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, It's Taylor, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
For a Miami Dolphins.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
10 at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Again to Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
1-yard loss on the play.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
They picking snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you do, I can do it better than you.